All of you know that COVID-19 has created a wreak havoc across the globe. So it has taken many lives across the world. All of you know that. But unfortunately, I am here to discuss with you one very important thing, that we are about to experience a new threat in the coming days. So what do I mean by the new threat is a new variant of COVID-19. You know what is the name of that variant of COVID-19? It is B11529, which is also called as OMICRON variant of COVID-19. The other name for this OMICRON variant is also called as variant of concern. I'll explain you later on why this OMICRON variant is called as variant of concern, right? So basically, guys, all of you know that we have got different variants of COVID-19, right? We have got the alpha variant, we have got the beta variant, we have got the gamma variant, we have got the recently coming delta variant, and currently right now we have the Omicron variant, right? So you already know that alpha variant was first found in UK September 2020, right? Beta variant was found in South Africa May 2020. Gamma variant is found in Brazil November 2020, and delta variant is found in India in October 2021, and in South Africa now recently you have got another variant which was recently reported on 24th November 2021, that is your Omicron variant, right? So what are the basic symptoms of this Omicron variant? What is it actually? Actually, there is no much information about this Omicron variant, but whatever information I've gathered from the World Health Organization, so I'll be sharing my experiences with you. So basically the symptoms are, the doctors in one of the interview from South Africa, they told that the symptoms are extremely mild. So the doctors in South Africa in an interview, they told that these symptoms are extremely mild. So what do I mean by extremely mild? For example, patient gonna have headache, and this is seen in every pathology, right? Every disease. Not only that, patient will have extreme fatigue, right? Patient will have body aches, muscle aches, myalgias, right? Patient will have scratchy throat. Now, when I tell scratchy throat, don't confuse with the cough. Patient will not have cough. He will just have a scratchy throat, right? Feeling of scratchy sensation of the throat. But keep one thing in mind, that I know all of you might think that whenever I say COVID, the first 3-4 things which come into your mind is fever, headache, rhinitis, right? Loss of smell, loss of taste, right? But unfortunately, in this variant, there is no loss of smell, there is no anosmia, and there is no loss of taste. So which group of people are most commonly affected with this? So most commonly the age group between 20s to 30s, right? The younger generation, mostly the males, they are affected with this Omicron variant, right? So as I told you, Omicron variant is also called as a variant of concern, right? So why this is called as variant of concern? So basically, why the CDC, I mean the Center for Disease Control and the WHO, right? Why have they classified this, or why they were called this as a variant of concern? The reason is that if you have to call a threat, right? Any threat it can be. Either it can be a virus or it can be bacteria or whatever it is. If a threat has to be called as a variant of concern, what are the following characteristics it should have? The first characteristic is that the transmission rate should be too high. It should be very easily, very readily transmissible. The second thing is that the severity of illness. So for example, if I am affected with any kind of virus, the severity of illness should be high. The third thing is that even if I'm using any kind of drugs or any kind of treatment, the efficacy of that treatment or the drug should decrease, right? So that threat will probably having decreased efficacy to the drugs or the treatment which you are giving. Not only to the drugs or the treatment, it will also have decreased efficacy to the vaccines which you are giving, right? So if a threat can satisfy all these 4 conditions, then that threat is to be called as a variety or a variant of concern. Okay, now you might get a doubt that this Omicron variant was reported recently on 24th November, right? So you haven't started any medications yet, You haven't started any vaccines. Obviously, there are no vaccines, there are no particular medications for that. Then how are you telling that this Omicron variant is not showing any efficacy to these drugs and all? Is not sensitive to these drugs or vaccines and all? The reason is not, the thing is, it is not based upon the drugs or the vaccines, guys. I agree that vaccines and drugs are not yet administered. They did not come into action. Forget about the vaccines. The drugs itself did not come into action. But on what basis I am calling it as a variety of concern or a variant of concern is that based upon the structure. If you look at the structure of this Omicron virus, guys, as you can see here, if you look at the structure, you see many spring loops, right? So these spring loops are nothing but called as your amino acids. So they are like spikes that are projecting out from that virus, right? So these are called as spike proteins, or the other name for this is spike amino acids. But anyways, amino acids join together to form proteins, right? Now, on the top of this virus, if you see on the top of this virus, that is the site for this virus to get attached to the host cell. For example, if this is the virus, so this is the top surface of the virus, right? You see all the spikes here. These are called as spike proteins. And this top surface of the virus is the place where it will attach to the host cell. Okay? As you can see in the picture, I am comparing between the structure of Delta virus and the structure of this Omicron virus. So in the Delta virus, on the top you see some red colored dots over there, guys. These red colored dots on this virus, on this Delta variant virus, are nothing but they are the mutations. Now look, those red colored dots on the Omicron virus, they are many. It means the mutations are many. So this variant, guys, this newly occurring variant is having more than 30 mutations. And where are these mutations located? These mutations are exactly located onto the point where it is going to stick to your host cell. So that is the reason why, the scientists, the doctors, they are thinking that this Omicron variant can have increased risk of transmission. It can be increasingly fatal to your life. And they are even thinking that even in the future, if we are going to prepare some vaccines or some drugs against this, the efficacy of those vaccines or drugs is going to be decreased. And that is the reason why, because of this heavy mutations which you can see in this Omicron variant, that is the only reason why the WHO or the Center for Disease Control is calling this as a variant of concern. So this is the basic World Health Organization information, right? So this is the basic information which the World Health Organization has provided to us. So this is the thing, whatever the things are given by the World Health Organization, I've discussed all of them. So this is the updated part, right? So if there are any new updates, so I'll let you know for sure. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.